Hey guys, JG Invest here with aktiemarknaden. So we're talking about a particular stock that we got in fairly early on February 22nd. That's Sina Waste Solutions. Ticker number is CMC. For the Americans, you would probably know it as CWSFF. Company started back in July 11th of 2019. Didn't have any revenue up until recently, actually. As of last week, they closed a deal for $1.5 million for 900 liters with a guaranteed purchase of another 600 liters 6 months from now, which is very, very promising considering how young this company is. A huge factor that a lot of people don't know is the fact that they have a patent on their process. So what does CMC do? It's renewable fuel, so biodiesel, whatever you want to call it. Which is huge, and their process is actually very beneficial and very green on multiple factors. So their actual process is converting waste into renewable fuel, whereas competitors are using organic material. Tons of advantages of that. One, the cost itself is much lower. It's solving a huge global problem of waste in the world. It's not solving, but it's definitely helping. And they have the patent for this, which allows them to focus on licensing if they really want to focus on licensing as well. I know they have a target of doing something like 40 facilities, and we'll go into that in a little bit. I have it written down somewhere. So we'll go over that. There's a few things I want to touch on. So the licensing is big. They convert waste into biofuel, which is a big advantage, as we mentioned. Going into those advantages, you have to factor in materials just there. So that it's multiple different types of plastics and things that they can use to actually make the renewable fuel, whereas competitors are using organic material, which takes a little bit longer. The growing process takes a little bit longer, right? Production slows down. And this company is just at one facility so far. They do this process without CO2 or methane development, or it's at a very minimal range. So that's a huge advantage. Let's go over the costs real quick compared to competitors and compared to them from what I've noticed on their site. So production costs for competitors are about 36 cents to about 50 cents. CMC is 39 cents to 64 cents. Feed costs, though, you're looking at 85 cents to about $1.32 for competitors, whereas feed costs for them are 6 cents to 11 cents. So that's a massive difference right there. Total cost for competitors is 121 to 185. CMC, you're looking at 45 cents to 75 cents. And having that deal close last week just really is reassuring, especially when you're dealing with a penny stock. Our entry point was 28 cents Canadian. It ramped up all the way to $1.61 yesterday, and then it pulled back to, I believe, about $1.30, which is a healthy pullback. If the stock just stays at an all-time high, it really just slows down the momentum of purchasing. So it is healthy that it did pull back. At the time of the recording, it's Tuesday, March 2nd. Pre-market's showing negative 7%. Which sounds like a lot, but in reality, if you do it, it's 10 cents or whatever it is. It's not the end of the world. I do like seeing a little bit of a pullback in pre-market. I just believe that it makes people a little bit more excited to purchase in, especially after they've seen a previous high of $1.61. Few things. Gevo should definitely be worried. I know that the co-founder of Gevo is on Biden's president's team. The CEO recently has the rights to sell in the U.S. as well. And if we factor in the whole Oshkosh deal, if people don't know what Oshkosh is, it's what ended up hurting a lot of people, where everyone thought the USPS contract was going to workhorse for EV. It actually went to Oshkosh, and the majority of the fleet is actually going to be renewable energy or biodiesel. Okay, it's a big play. Now, in my mind, it just makes sense that renewable energy is the stepping stone to eventually going full EV. I'm not saying that EV is not the future. I just think that it's not right now. There's a step process that needs to take place. Can you imagine like entire fleets, entire businesses having to throw away what they're using and switch to EV in an instant? It's not reasonable. So with renewable fuel or biodiesel, I mean, it doesn't really affect anything. They can keep trucking along, and it's much better for the environment anyways. It is a natural stepping stone, and I believe it will be for the next 5 years or so, or maybe even longer, right? It depends on how long the EV sector takes to catch up, what kind of incentives the government's going to give for switching to EV. Who knows? But there are a lot of things at a price point of like this that are so appealing. So I would highly recommend, at this -7% pre-market, definitely buy up. I'm pretty healthy in my position already, and my average in it is about 50 cents since I filled up. A few things to factor in. I have it written down here. These are some pretty big numbers. But Gevo's got a facility that does about 45 million gallons in production, right? By 2025. CMC's target is to do 40 facilities, JV facilities, with 880 million gallons. That's huge. And the fact that it's waste, it's just all the better. Overall, it's a cheaper cost, solves a lot of problems, right? Or helps with the waste issue. But the advantage is they are still very early stages, so Gevo doesn't have to worry too much about this right now. I still see an upside to Gevo. I still think they're going to be used for purchasing. I still think that they're going to be a main supplier for Oshkosh. I just think that Celio's really on their tail. So we mentioned this a couple of times. I actually mentioned it in my first video, jumping in. We posted it on Monday morning, and it was available out there, and it's skyrocketed again. So don't miss out. Jump in on this dip, and we should see right now in Frankfurt, it's at 77 cents, euros. So I'm not going to do the conversion right now. I'm just looking that up for you. So there is room to buy in. I do expect it to continue to go up. As one competitor comes in, or one purchaser comes in, more typically follow. The licensing agreement could be huge, right? As they're doing production, they could be licensing this to other companies, and taking a stake of the production. So there's just so many good things about it. And we're very bullish on it. A lot of us got in early, some later than others, but I actually got a comment from someone that was like up 1,000%. So he was on my first video, so he was in really early. But just so much good on this. Don't miss out. I plan on holding this for at least a year. On Bloomberg's video, they had a discussion. I would go check it out, go take a look. But they mentioned on a conservative side that the stock is worth $8. And we all saw what happened with Gevo in the early stages of the whole green initiative. It skyrocketed over a month or 2 month period. So I can see this having the same type of trend. So definitely jump in. And then we'll keep you updated on this. I do have another video coming out on the weekend about our positions. CMC will be there, so I will talk about where we are profit-wise on it. And yeah, take care, guys. See you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and somewhere around here or here, we're gonna put the Discord button as well. For our Discord members, we do live call-outs. We're actually on the voice channel. And that's why a lot of us were able to jump in together Monday. These videos, obviously, you get the after effect of that, but it's still a good entry point right now. But if you join the Discord, you get our live calls. We post our picks before market open, or the previous day. So That's it, guys. Take care. Bye.